To the hip hop, the hip it to the hip hop, you don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test. I'm rapping to the beat, and me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang bang the boogie to the boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the bang bang boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop. Rock the
all right, everybody, we're back, and I got caught with candy in my mouth. How unprofessional. Anyway, and I'm just telling the story. Thank goodness this is live streaming. All right, so we have just a little bit of time left, and we want to make sure that, first of all, thank you for the story, because it is monumental. It's historic. And I just can't imagine. It's just amazing to me to hear about what you've done and to see where the industry was then and where it's at now. And it's just phenomenal. And you're a great storyteller.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Well, to be truthful, I'm writing a book they're going to have next year, 2019, international tour called The Rapper's Delight Tour, the 40th year anniversary. And I'm writing a book that I've just finished the book, and I'm having it now in process of publishing it, called The Birth of Hip Hop.
The Birth of Hip Hop.
The Rapper's Delight, the Gene Anderson story. It's my version of my participation in involvement with it. As the beginning of the term hip hop has developed itself to such an iconic situation. I was looking at Melle Mel and the Furious Five, which was once Grandmaster Flash in the Furious Five. I remember those youngsters when they had their very first record, very first started, was really trying to get started. And now they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's a thrill to me to be such an influence on them from the beginning.
Yeah, because you're in the hall, in the Hall.
I'm in a gang of Hall of Fame, about 5 of them.
Hey, Gene, is Herc still around?
Who?
Herc.
Huck Daniels?
Herc, the guy that started the parties in the Bronx when hip-hop started.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm from St. Louis. The only thing I did in the Bronx was to go in there and catch me a girlfriend and ride out with her as quick as I could.
Okay, now that's what I want to show. So now that's Parliament Funkadelic. That's the group that you started out with.
Yeah.
And that is, well, wow, what a picture.
No, I didn't start out with them. I ended up with them.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
I started out on my own. Red Fox turned me out.
Oh, yeah.
I was a co-star of Red Fox for 7 years right here in Las Vegas.
Okay, so tell us briefly about that.
Well, I was introduced to Red by Sonny Liston, the prize fighter.
So Sonny brought you to
Sonny
Las Vegas.
brought me to Las Vegas. I think it was 68, 69, something like that. And because he was dead in 70. And he brought me out to meet Sammy Davis Jr. And instead he introduced me to Red Fox because we couldn't catch Sammy at that particular time. And Red was a lounge act at the Hilton. They just opened the Hilton, and Elvis Presley was on his way. Everybody waiting on Elvis. And me and Sonny hung around for I don't know how long and partied and had a good time. And I wrote a book about that one too. The life is called Me, Sonny plus Red.
Did you know Sugar Ray?
Sugar Ray Robinson? I met him in New York, in Harlem.
As soon as I posted your show, I got something from Sugar Ray on Facebook. So I guess
Sugar Ray Robinson dead, ain't he? You
somebody.
talking about Sugar Ray Leonard?
Sugar Ray. I don't know much about fighters.
had to be
Who's the
Sugar Ray
fighter?
Leonard.
Is it Leonard?
Yeah.
That's where I got something from, the fighter.
Yeah, well, I've never met him, but I know one thing. I knew Sonny Liston for real. Matter of fact, I was a pallbearer at his funeral.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Sonny was my man. You know, he was kind of hard to deal with, but I didn't have no problem with him because all you had to do is just tell the truth. You don't have to remember what you said and don't have take no more than you can stand. If you couldn't pay it back, don't take it.
All right, so on those pictures, let's
roll a few.
Yeah, okay, so tell us about that. Give us a little. What
Well,
you guys
now-
have.
now-
That's your champagne that we want to talk
Right,
about.
that's the shampoo poo they call it in the streets, but it's really Gene Anderson Sparkling Wine of the Stars. If you feel like a star, you should drink like a star. Drink
Aw.
Gene Anderson's Sparkling Wine of the Stars, a.k.a. the street name Shampoo Poo. Yes.
And what's that? What's going on?
That was at Lee's Liquor Store's distributing party that they have annually at the UNLV
Yeah, sure.
Center. They had
Okay.
that's my booth. That's my champagne. That was my little layout table. I was so proud of it. That was back when I first started about 7 or 8 years ago. I first started with this champagne. That's me, P Funkin'. And that's one of the pictures that I took in my original P-Funk uniform. I was King Poo Poo Man for many years. I did Sir Nose a couple of times, but basically that was my character.
Nice.
And that's me and Red Fox. The first day I did the show, opened the show with him at the Hacienda, now it's the Mandalay Bay. And that was in the dressing room after my first show with him. He was so proud of me because he had known me as a youngster with Sonny. After Sonny died, he blew up. I went back. He sent me back home to St. Louis because it was a little murky water at that time about Sonny's situation. And I came back. He had done Sanford and Son and all that, and so he was a major star then, and he was so proud of me. He took me back to do my thing.
Fried, died, laid to
Wow.
the side.
What a pic.
That's me having a triumph moment, P-Funkin'.
P-Funkin'.
Making the people love me, throwing kisses. That is my new accolade that I can proudly speak of, where I was inducted to the Las Vegas Entertainers Hall of Fame, along with a lot of the major stars that's been here in Las Vegas. This is from the Las Vegas Entertainment. That's one of the ladies that was the lady that sung with the Platters, not Zelma, but the one that took Zelma's place. She also received an honor that day that I received that award. I can't think of her name right now, but she was the girl that took Zelda's place as the lead singing lady in the Platters.
Wow.
Yeah. That's my new website, poopooman.com. I'm saying hi to all my fans, and I'm breaking it down to them. I'm trying to let them know that if you feel like a star, act like a star. There he is. He's shining in diamonds. Mom, look at me. No hands.
You know what? I knew I was in for a good time. I knew I was in. Okay, on the phone with us, because we are almost out of time. Speaking of time, we have Mr. Sam Hankins. And again, this is a countdown and an honoring to all of you who are veterans. And we're doing that throughout the holiday season. So speaking of veterans and an entertainer and a celebrity, this gentleman has played with Aretha Franklin and everybody. And he is out of Chicago. He's a jazz artist. And I have Mr. Sam Hankins on the phone, and he wants to welcome you guys also as a veteran. So welcome to the show, Sam.
Well, thank you, Len. Hey, fellas, been enjoying the interview. I tell you, it's wonderful. It's a pleasure hearing your story, and thank you for sharing. Appreciate it, and also thank you for your service as well as veterans as well, and thank you for doing your duty.
Thank you so very much for
Thank you.
allowing me to be a part of you in being a veteran.
That's right. You know what? This is like a reunion of all the veterans. And, one of these times during one of these shows, we're going to actually get a chance to share some war stories or something, because people need to know what you guys have gone through. And I was just telling Jimmy last week that the reason why I am an advocate and making sure that I do and say something is because I came to California and stepped over a veteran in the street, sleeping in the street, and that never left my mind, and I could not understand how that could happen. So, it has to end, and it shouldn't have ever happened. So you guys need to be applauded, awarded for being courageous and doing what you have done to defend the country.
Well, I come from an extremely long line of veterans. My, as I understand, my great-grandfather went off from slavery and was in the Union Army in the Civil War. And my grandfather's brother was in World War One. His brother was in the Spanish-American War, San Juan Hill. And then my daddy's dad now was in World War One. And my daddy was a hero in the Battle of the Bulge, first sergeant in World War II. My cousin...
There is a lineage.
My cousin, John Jean, was a hero in the Korean War. I was in Vietnam War. My nephews were in the Desert Storm. And now I got folks that's in the service right now. So I come from a long line of patriots and veterans that's served the country. And believe me, if you really want to get a big squall out of me, tell me that I'm not a true American.
That's
I believe it from the bottom of my heart.
Right.
This is the greatest country in the world for as good or as bad. This is I've been around the world several times, and you can't beat the United States of America.
That's right.
When you finish talking.
That's right. And everybody should have their rights and should, because of that, and that's my whole point. There's so many people who are not afforded their rights. Sam, give us a little bit about what you're doing now, just for the audience out there. You've got a holiday song that we're going to be playing for the next couple of weeks. Tell us about your song.
Oh, well, yes, I have a friend of mine. His name is Dave McLaurin.
Can we hear him, Nick?
can hardly hear me.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you better. Go ahead.
Okay, yes, I have a friend, a good keyboard player. His name is David McLaurin. And we kind of collaborated together and came up with a, Christmas CD, him on keyboards, trumpet, and we put a couple of some rendition songs and kind of changed them up, and it's been doing pretty well with the CD. The CD is called Joyous Celebration.
Joyous Celebration. And see, the best part is it's not, you guys are not conflict of interest. What I want to do is just put out there how outstanding it is that all of you veterans, how accomplished all of you are. So yours is your genre is jazz, and we've got Gene here with the hip hop rap version, which is really nice. I like that a lot. So, so that's what we're doing. And Sam, of course, you're going to continue to come on and join us as you go forward. I was supposed to be in Chicago, so I'm making sure that I take good care of you and get you out here until I can get back home or back to Chicago. So, anyway, we just wanted to thank you and have, just a collection here of the gentlemen who have been out there and in the front lines or the back lines. I don't know where you guys
survived.
We're out there, but Vietnam. Hey, anybody that went to Nam did something. You did something.
All I can say is that they drafted me. I had no choice.
Well, you went.
I had no choice. They drafted me. I got out of high school 2 months later. I was in the Army.
What a story! See, right out of high school.
Yeah,
what a story!
I didn't get my feet wet.
What a story! So there are troops out there now at Christmas, and so you want to just give a quick shout out to the ones who are out there away from their families at Christmas time. This is to you, Sam.
Oh, okay. So yeah, definitely a big shout out for as well as my family. I have family members who's been vets, and special my fans who been supporting me over the years, and I just want to say thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. Where can they find your music?
They can find my music on my website. It's very easy. It's samhankinsmusic.com. find it on Spotify as well as iTunes. The typical Amazon.
All right. Okay. Well, everybody. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'll say just type my name in and I'll come up.
That's what I was going to do. So it's Sam Hankins, everyone. Sam Hankins. If you are a jazz enthusiast, if you love horns like I do, this gentleman knows how to blow a horn. And this is also a networking show, so I'm happy to have gotten you on here with Mr. P. Funkadelic himself and get, jazz and hip-hop together, and also the record industry mogul over here to the left. So all of you guys together. And I salute all of you. And how much time we got, Nick? We're almost out of time. We are out of time. So, let's plug the champagne one last time. Where
Hey,
can
you can
people
find us
it?
at all of the lead liquor stores. I got an exclusive contract for about 9 years, and I'll be up
do.
next year. So, hey, I want to say hello to my friend Frankie Munoz. He's in the studio. He's kind of shy right now because I think he owes a little back taxes. So he's trying to hide from the camera. But I want to say hello to my friend Frankie Munoz. He manages a lot of my affairs, and he's very efficient, and he's my buddy. I want to say hi to him.
Well, that's a good friend.
Oh,
You are a good
that's
friend.
Frankie Munoz. I don't do nothing without him.
Oh.
Nothing.
All right. Well, Frankie, hey, shout out to you as well. And gentlemen, again, thank you so much. Will you come back and join us again? You're right here in Vegas. So I know it took us a long time to get you here the first time, and your agent is over there looking like, oh, is there time to go home yet? But we're getting you back again because that was just part of the story. But your story is phenomenal. We haven't talked about your book. We haven't talked about your film. But everybody just wait for it, okay? Because it will be coming out. And that's why you couldn't make it. He was in L.A. trying to do a deal with the book. So everybody just hang tight and look for some big things from this gentleman. And we have to start playing all of your music, too.
Go up on the website, poopooman.com.
All right.
POOPOOMAN.com.
There you go.
And you can see everything about me. Get all of my music. Got about 50, 60 different songs on there.
There
Just
it is,
have
everybody.
fun. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
And your Christmas songs are great, too, by
Oh,
the
they're
way.
kind of funky.
They know they're good. They're good. Jimmy
Santa
Reed.
Claus coming to the hood.
That's the best one. Jimmy, thank you so much again. Appreciate
Jimmy,
you.
you were fantastic.
Everybody. So listen, we'll be back again next week, and we've got Santana. We're going to be talking about the Kangen water, everybody. If you want to get healthy, check out this show. It's going to help you so much. All right, so we are out. Merry Christmas. Drive to Stay Alive. Please do not live without a purpose. I'm your host, Lady Linda, and we'll see you next week. Take care.